throughout the course, we will be using a lot of Git commands, right? And eventually you're going to remember everything that's common on top of your head, but it is a good idea to have a cheat sheet. So I've created this cheat sheet for you guys, and I just want to cover it real quick here, but I'll keep going back and referring to it as we learn each of these commands, okay? So if you go to my site, supersqa.com, where you are right now, and you go to references or cheat sheets, I mean, that might change, just use common sense, whatever. It might say blogs, it might say cheat sheets, it might say references at that time. Right now it says references and cheat sheets. If you go to that page and look for Git, right now there are several cheat sheets here and tutorials. Look for the one that says Git, and basically on this page I have a list of commands that are common, less common. It's not comprehensive, right? This is the one these are the ones that we're actually going to use. But Git, obviously there's a lot of commands that I've never used even before, and I've been using Git for about 10 years now, a little bit over 10 years, okay? So at the bottom there's also tutorial. So let's quickly take a look at it. The first section is configuration steps, and those commands are only needed when you first install Git, right? You get a brand new laptop. If you have a Mac, if you get a Mac, Git is already there, but those configurations are not set, so you have to actually configure it. If you're on a Windows machine, Git doesn't come by default. You have to install it. We're going to see how to do that in upcoming videos. But after you install it, you do have to do these configurations, and we're going to look at those in detail in the next upcoming videos. Okay, so there is a section about the things to configure, and then there are the most common commands. Most of the time, I would say 90%, 95% of the content of this course, we're going to use these commands that are under the most common commands, right? In my 10 plus years of experience, these are the commands I use daily. Whenever you use Git, you use a lot of those. Maybe not everything, but most of those, okay? Then there's additional commands that they actually come up time to time. Not as often, but they do show up. So they're there. So I have this cheat sheet. Initially, when you're learning, it's a good idea to have something you can see, right? If you have enough room in your office or wherever you're studying, print this and actually post it. It would make it easier. We'll learn it a little bit faster. Then at the bottom, I have a quick example, a quick tutorial of how an end-to-end flow of Git looks like, how to create a repository and how to make changes to the repository. So I'm not going to go over this now, but literally the projects we're going to work on in this Git tutorial and this course is these steps here. We're going to repeat them a couple of times, and each time doing something a little bit different. But just to if you need something as a reminder what the flow looks like, this tutorial, this example is a really good one. So make sure you bookmark this page and make sure you're aware of it, because when you're learning Git, this becomes really handy. So that's what I want to talk about this in this one, and let's just move on to the next.